This is the One Ring, forged by the Dark Lord Sauron in the fires of Mount Doom, taken by Isildur from the hand of Sauron himself.
Bilbo found it, in Gollum's cave.
Yes, for 60 years the ring lay quiet in Bilbo's keeping, prolonging his life, delaying old age. But no longer, Frodo. Evil is stirring in Mordor. The ring has awoken. It's heard its master's call.
But he was destroyed. Sauron was destroyed.
No, Frodo. The spirit of Sauron endured. His life force is bound to the ring, and the ring survived. Sauron has returned. His orcs have multiplied. His fortress of Barad-dûr is rebuilt in the land of Mordor. Sauron needs only this ring to cover all the lands in a second darkness. He is seeking it. All his thought is bent on it. The ring yearns above all else to return to the hand of its master. They are one, the ring and the Dark Lord. Frodo, you must never find it.
All right, we put it away. We keep it hidden. We never speak of it again. No one knows it's here, do they? Do they, Gandalf?
There is one other who knew that Bilbo had the ring. I looked everywhere for the creature Gollum, but the enemy found him first. I don't know how long they tortured him, but amidst the endless screams and inane babble, they discerned 2 words. Sire! Ah! Baggins!
Shire. Baggins. But that would lead them here. Take it, Gandalf. Take the ring.
No, Frodo. You must take it. You cannot offer me this ring. I'm giving it to you. Don't tempt me, Frodo. I dare not take it. Not even to keep it safe. Understand, Frodo. I would use this ring from a desire to do good. But through me, it would wield a power too great and terrible to imagine.
But it cannot stay in the Shire.
No. No, it can't.
What must I do?
You must leave, and leave quickly.
Where? Where do I go?
Get out of the Shire. Make for the village of Bree.
Bree. What about you?
I'll be waiting for you at the Inn of the Prancing Pony.
And the ring will be safe there?
I don't know, Frodo. I don't have any answers. I must see the head of my order. He is both wise and powerful. Trust me, Frodo. You'll know what to do. You must leave the name of Baggins behind you, for that name is not safe outside the Shire. Travel only by day, and stay off the road.
I can cut across country easily enough.
My dear Frodo, hobbits really are amazing creatures. You can learn all there is to know about their ways in a month, and yet after 100 years, they can still surprise you. Get down.
As Frodo drops to the floor, Gandalf takes his staff, walking warily to the window. A flower moves, and he stabs at it with his staff. There is a squeal of pain from below the plants. Gandalf lowers his hand into the bushes and thrusts a body onto the table.
Confound it, Samwise Gamgee, have you been eavesdropping?
I have been dropping no eaves, sir, honest. I just been cutting the grass under the window there, if you follow me.
A little late to be trimming the verge, don't you think?
I heard raised voices.
What did you hear? Speak!
Nothing important. That is, I heard a great deal about a ring, Dark Lord, and something about the end of the world, but please, Mr. Gandalf, sir, don't hurt me. Don't turn me into anything unnatural.
No, perhaps not. I've thought of a better use for you.
The scene cuts to Gandalf, leading a horse with Frodo across some grass against the sunrise.
Come along, Samwise, keep up.
Sam waddles across the screen with a backpack of pots and pans. Gandalf leads the two through a field.
Be careful, both of you. The enemy has many spies in his service. Birds, beasts. Is it safe? Never put it on, for the agents of the Dark Lord will be drawn to its power. Always remember, Frodo, the ring is trying to get back to its master. It wants to be found.
Gandalf pats Frodo on his shoulder before mounting his horse and racing off in the other direction. Frodo and Sam look around warily before walking on in a long scene past cottages, waterfalls, meadows, until they reach a cornfield where Sam abruptly stops. This is it. This is what? If I take one more step, it'll be the farthest away from home I've ever been. Come on, Sam. Remember what Bilbo used to say? It's a dangerous business, Frodo, going out your door. You step onto the road, and if you don't keep your feet, there's no knowing where you might be swept off to. As Frodo and Sam settle down and start cooking, they start hearing a faint noise or a faint song on the horizon. As Frodo and Sam make their way closer to the noise, they see a band of elves walking and singing. Sam, wood elves. They're going to the harbour beyond the White Towers, to the grey havens. They're leaving Middle-earth, never to return. I don't know why, it makes me sad. At which point Frodo and Sam move away from the scene and later on try to settle down for the night, to lie down and go to sleep. Sam, though, keeps tossing and turning. Everywhere I lie, there's a dirty great root sticking into my back. Just shut your eyes and imagine you're back in your own bed with a soft mattress and a lovely feather pillow. It's not working, Mr. Frodo. I'm never going to be able to sleep out here. Me neither, Sam. The next scene displays Gandalf riding with great speed with a black tower that emerges in the background. This is the Tower of Orthanc, otherwise known as Isengard. As he approaches the outer perimeter of the tower, a voiceover begins. This is the voice of Saruman. Smoke rises from the mountain of doom. The hour grows late, and Gandalf the Grey rides to Isengard, seeking my counsel. For that is why you have come, is it not, my old friend? Saruman. You're sure of this, beyond any doubt. So the Ring of Power has been found. All these long years it was in the Shire, under my very nose, yet you did not have the wit to see it. Your love of the halfling's leaf has clearly slowed your mind. But we still have time, time enough to counter Sauron if we act quickly. Time. What time do you think we have? Sauron has regained much of his former strength. He cannot yet take physical form, but his spirit has lost none of its potency. Concealed within his fortress, the Lord of Mordor sees all. His gaze pierces cloud, shadow, earth, and flesh. You know of what I speak, Gandalf. A great eye, lidless, wreathed in flame. The Eye of Sauron. He is gathering all evil to him. Very soon he will have summoned an army great enough for an assault upon Middle-earth. You know this. How? I have seen it. A Palantir is a dangerous tool, Saruman. Why? Why should we fear to use it? They are not all accounted for, the lost Seeing Stones. We do not know who else may be watching. The hour is later than you think. Sauron's forces are already moving. The Nine have left Minas Morgul. The Nine? They crossed the River Isen on Midsummer's Eve, disguised as riders in black. They've reached the Shire. They will find the ring. And kill the one who carries it. Frodo. As Gandalf tries to make his way out, the door shuts before him. Every door he makes his way towards shuts magically, returning to Saruman. You do not seriously think that a hobbit could contend with the will of Sauron? There are none who can. Against the power of Mordor, there can be no victory. We must join with him, Gandalf. We must join with Sauron. It would be wise, my friend. Tell me, friend, when did Saruman the Wise abandon reason for madness? Saruman gets up with a holler and raises his staff. Gandalf and Saruman engage in a battle of magical wit and magical skill. They toss each other to and fro across the room. This is where they sustain heavy damage and cuts to their face. In the end, Saruman proves too powerful for Gandalf and magically snatches Gandalf's own staff away. Dual-wielding two staffs, Saruman spins Gandalf on the floor, preparing to raise him, with him adding this one caveat: "I gave you the chance of aiding me willingly, but you have elected the way of pain." Gandalf flies through the air, and as he spins wildly towards the roof of Orthanc, the scene cuts suddenly to Sam and Frodo making their way through another cornfield. Sam looks around nervously, having lost sight of Frodo. "Mr. Frodo? Frodo? Frodo! I thought I'd lost you. What are you talking about?" "It's just something Gandalf said." "What did he say?" "Don't you lose him, Samwise Gamgee." "And I don't mean to." "Sam, we're still in the Shire. What could possibly happen?" They are instantly bombarded by two hobbits. Pippin atop Frodo. "Frodo! Merry, it's Frodo Baggins!" Back to Merry. "Hello, Frodo!" "Sam, get off him, you two!" "Come on, Frodo. What's the meaning of this?" "You've been in the Farmer Maggot's crop!" Dogs begin to bark in the distance, and a man yelling angrily and waving a giant scythe. This will be the Farmer Maggot. "You get back here! Get out of my field! You'll know the devil if I catch up to you!" Merry, Pippin, Sam and Frodo begin to run with a few of the items that Merry and Pippin have picked from the Farmer Maggot's crop. "I don't know why he's so upset. It's only a couple of carrots. And some cabbages. And those 3 bags of potatoes we lifted last week. And then the mushrooms the week before. Yes, Pippin. My point is, he's clearly overreacting." As the hobbits continue to run, they near the edge of a cliff. They stop too late, and they all bump into each other and begin falling down the cliffside. Miraculously, they all land without too much damage. Pippin, of course, looks up from where he just fell, right in front of a giant cow's patty. "Oh, that was close." Merry, "Oh, I think I've broken something." He pulls out a broken carrot from under his back. Sam brushes some dirt off his sleeves. "Trust a brandy buck and a toque." "What?" "That was a detour, a shortcut." "A shortcut to what?" "Mushrooms!" All the hobbits attempt to get up at once, pushing Pippin back down in the process. As Sam, Pippin and Merry pick at the mushrooms, Frodo stares intently at the clearing down the path. "I think we should get off the road." The others ignore him as they continue picking at the mushrooms. Frodo takes another look down the path, and it appears to menacingly close in front of him. "Get off the road! Quick!" They all run off the side of the road. Anxious, yet wondering why they've been pushed off so quickly, the hobbits return to all of their mushrooms that they picked and start wondering about the quality of them. Yet suddenly, a horse starts to trot down the path. All sounds appear silent. No life appears to be moving in the forest around them, and so the hobbits go silent as well. A black rider comes off of the horse. This is the first encounter that the hobbits have with the forces of evil, the servants of the Dark Lord, looking for the ring. To be continued.